What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with another video. In today's video, we'll be doing an unboxing and tutorial of the Nest Audio. This is a part of a playlist called Google's Nest Speakers and Displays. Topics we'll talk about include what's in the box, design, setup, user interface, and audio performance. As always, I only feature products I pay for. This gives the channel more credibility and appeal because we feature items that interest me and change the way we live. Don't have time to watch the whole video? We're now a podcast you can find on Anchor and Spotify by searching for Pixels Cracked. As for the podcast, it was literally started just this morning, so it may take some time for it to come to other apps. And if by any chance you're listening to this on a podcast, you can find the YouTube channel by searching for Pixels Cracked. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. So let's talk about the unboxing. We have a simple 3-part system. It includes the Nest Audio, power adapter, and product guide. Now there are a few other items you'll need to get the Nest Audio running. These include a device such as a smartphone, tablet, or Chromebook that has access to the Google Home app. While Android is a supported operating system for the Home app, this device also works with iOS if you are an Apple user. So here I have the Nest Audio in chalk, but it's also available in charcoal, sand, sage, and sky. These are the colors that Google's using this season, with some of these color options missing on the Chromecast with Google TV and Pixel 5. As for the shape, the Nest Audio looks like a large stone. It has a bold appearance to it, which should go with its bold sound. The speaker features an anti-slip base with G logo, and the whole unit weighs in at a little more than 2.5 pounds. Both are important factors because the speaker doesn't slide easily and feels less likely to get pulled or pushed off of the side of a table due to its weight. The Nest Audio features modern capacitive touch technology. Functions include volume down, play and pause, volume up, and LED indicators for a modern experience. On the rear of the speaker is a mic switch. Consider this the privacy control to avoid the mic from unintentionally listening in on you. Sliding the switch to the right disables the mic as indicated by the orange accent. Next, we have hardware setup. Simply plug the power adapter into the wall and connect it to the Nest Audio. Next, we have software setup. So here we are in the Google Home app, and you can see that we powered up the Nest Audio, and we've got those nice 4 LEDs kind of scrolling left to right, and they just look clean, modern, futuristic. Now the Nest Audio, just like other Nest speakers and displays, plays a little chime. Just to get things started, it's just very relaxing.
Hi. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
So about that Google Home app, again, here we are at the main screen, and we're going to have that plus icon in the top left-hand corner, and that's going to be for adding a new device. So we're going to tap on that. So here we are at the Add and Manage screen, and this is going to be pretty simple. We're going to have Setup Device at the top of this menu, and we're going to tap on that. So now we have the setup screen here, and this gives us 2 options. We have new devices or works with Google, and we're going to tap on new devices. Now the screen before this, we had to verify our address, and now the app is actually looking for the Nest Audio. Now you can see this works fairly quickly. The app found the Nest Audio, and we just want to verify this is the device we want to set up. So we're going to tap yes. And this is kind of weird. I've never seen this before, but you can see those lights on the Nest Audio, they changed to blue. And I haven't seen this before on a Nest Mini at all. It looks like an entirely new concept. I like it. It's interesting. It's different. Definitely was not expected. Now on the next screen here, we can help improve Nest Audio by automatically sharing device stats and crash reports with Google. Now I always recommend doing so if you're comfortable with sharing that information. So I'm going to tap yes, I'm in. Now the next screen allows us to select a location for the device, and we have options such as balcony, bathroom, and dining room. And if we scroll down here, we'll get more options, and we can even create a new room. Now as for me, I'm going to be using Nest Audio in the dining room, so I'm going to tap on dining room, and then we're going to select next. Now on the previous screen, we had to select our Wi-Fi network and enter our password, and then the Nest Audio connected to it. Now this next screen just gives you information about Google and the device, so we're going to tap next. Now this next screen is to activate voice match on this device being the Nest Audio. Now if you've been using the Google Assistant for some time, your voice is probably already saved, so you probably won't have to do anything differently, as will be the situation with myself. So we're going to tap next just to demonstrate. So we're going to have to agree to voice match, and we're going to have the blue down arrow. We're going to tap on that. It's just going to give us more information about what voice match does, and we're going to tap I agree. So basically the Google Assistant could already recognize my voice since I already have history using the Google Assistant. Now here's a new screen I haven't seen before. It says save an audio is your choice, and you can help improve the products you use by saving your audio from Search, Assistant, and Maps, and letting trained reviewers analyze and sample of it. Now again, this comes down to privacy, so if you're not comfortable doing this, I would not blame you. You could always tap on here not now, and that's going to prevent your audio from being saved. I'm a little bit different. I feel a little bit more comfortable. And remember, if you don't want anything to be recorded, you always have that switch on the back of the Nest Audio where you could swipe it to the right, and that will disable the mic as indicated by the orange indicator. So I am going to click on Start Saving Audio. And the next screen here is just going to give us more information about saving audio recordings. We'll have to scroll down here, and basically they want you to read the whole thing. Of course, many of us don't, but I'm going to tap I agree. So basically that's why we have a lot of people who are cautious about these devices. They have mics, they have cameras, they can listen, they can watch. So I can understand people being cautious, and that's always the best thing to do. So this next page just lets us know that we can get personal results with our voice, and it also notifies us that voice match has been set up. So with our voice, we can access our calendar, contacts, reminders, and more information just with our voice. And we're going to tap on I agree. So here we are on the next page where we can select our default music service. Our options are YouTube Music, Spotify, Pandora, or Deezer. Now I'll be honest, I'm not very happy with YouTube Music currently. It's just a lot of problems. It just doesn't work well for me. So I've been using Spotify lately, so I'm going to tap on that. Now again, Spotify is where you can also find our podcast. So if you can't watch the entire YouTube video, you can listen to it on that app. With that being said, we're going to tap next. So now we're going to get this pop-up, and it's going to tell us to link our Spotify account, and we're going to tap yes, link account. Now this next screen is going to tell us we can link radio services. I don't really use radio services, so I'm going to tap not now. Now the next screen allows us to link video services, and you can see our options are Netflix, Hulu, CBS, and Starz. Now you can see my Netflix account is already linked, and this is probably because I already have Nest devices that are running it. So we're going to tap next. Now this next screen tells us that we can control our Chromecast devices with the Nest Audio, and you can see that we have the living room TV here. This is actually a Chromecast with Google TV. If you're new to the channel, I just reviewed that, so you can find the link for that video in the corner of this video. But anyways, we're going to make sure that we link that living room TV, and we're going to tap next. Next, we're going to select a location for my living room TV, and that's obviously going to be in the living room, and we're going to tap next. And the next screen is just going to let us know that we can do voice calls with the Nest Audio using Google Duo, so we're going to tap continue. Now the interesting thing to remember is that when you're using Google Duo on a device like the Nest Audio, you're using Wi-Fi and not your phone's data. Just a side note there. Now the update process seems normal with Google hardware. I had to do this even with the Chromecast with Google TV. And this is actually nice because it gives us a timer. It lets us know about how much time is left. I haven't seen this before, just a really nice feature. That way you're not left wondering how much longer is it going to be until the update is installed. Now I'm not sure how accurate this is. Again, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Maybe in a future video, if I remember, I'll set a timer next to it just to see how accurate that timer is. So the next screen is just going to tell us to perform a test to see if the assistant responds on the Nest Audio. So let's give it a try.
Okay, Google.
And there we go. You can see the assistant has popped up on the Nest Audio, so everything is working. And we're going to tap yes to verify that it worked. And this next screen just lets us know that the dining room speaker is ready and we can explore the Nest Audio, so we're going to tap continue.
Hi, I'm your Google Assistant. I'm here to help.
Most of what you do on a Nest speaker is controlled from another device or your voice. However, a few functions can be controlled on the device itself. For example, on the left here we have volume down, and on the right we have volume up. We can also play music by tapping in the middle. And we can also pause the music by tapping in the middle again. A great feature of Google's Nest speakers is the ability to create a speaker group. This links all your speakers together to create a synced surround sound experience. You can view the tutorial by clicking on the pop-up in the corner of this video if you're watching on YouTube. Nest speakers also allow you to transfer audio from one device to another as seen here.
Okay, Google.
Move music to dining room speaker.
Okay, I'll play it on dining room speaker.
And then we have sound performance, and I could say this speaker sounds really nice when it's more on the lower end, less volume, still sounds really good. But when we bump it up here, it sounds really amazing. It is truly amazing. So final thoughts. Google's devices are known for having a clean appearance, and that doesn't change here. The Nest Audio is minimalist, giving it a futuristic vibe which makes it appealing. Now, because of that minimalist design, it blends into decor very well. And then there's sound. This sounds really amazing. If I had to compare it to something, it would be the Nest Hub Max. When you listen to something that sounds really good for the first time in a long time, it just gives you a smile on your face. And I remember I had a similar feeling when I plugged in the Nest Hub Max. The Nest Hub and the Nest Mini, they're okay sounding speakers. They don't really get all that loud. They do the job, but they don't do it really well. It's just okay sound coming out. But with these, with the Nest Audio and the Nest Hub Max, you're getting some really good sound. And it's a huge improvement over the Nest Mini and that Nest Hub. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please leave a like. If you're watching this on YouTube and have any questions or comments, as always, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now, there are 3 ways to support the channel and podcast. The first way is to click on the Amazon storefront link in the description below. There you'll find items that I have bought or would like to buy, and anything you do buy from the storefront does support the content. The next way you can support us is just by sharing this content with someone who might enjoy it or find it useful. And the last way you can show your support is just by clicking the subscribe or follow button. Liking and subscribing are also important for new viewers and listeners. When new viewers and listeners see likes and subscribers, they think that the content is helpful, worth watching, and listening to. So that is pretty much it. And until next time, Leon checking out.